I don't do watch recommendations. I do watch reviews. If you follow this channel at all, you have heard me say that more times than I can probably count. I'm not here to tell you what to spend your money on, what people should or shouldn't have in their collection, or what they will or won't like. That is a rule that I set for myself when I started this channel, because I know that what $500 means to one person may be completely different than what it means to the next. So I present and move on. That has been my strategy since the very beginning. So today, I'm just going to try to do my best to do the same thing. Try not to break that rule, but I'm just going to be honest. It is probably not going to happen because the brand that I am sharing with you today is mine. And that makes this video a little different for me because of the fact that I'm invested in it. I have been super excited to share with everyone that has supported the channel what has been going on. I've even dropped some Easter eggs in some of my videos. I can finally share with you that I, along with my brother Tony from Camera Fusion, have launched our own brand called Arklin. We went live a few weeks ago on June 12th, and the launch, thanks to our signature series, was a massive success. I'll tell you a little bit more about the Creator Series later on, but first I just want to tell you a little bit about the launch. The launch went so well that in only a few weeks, we have already got SEO. Type Arklin straps into Google search and you will get this. Arklin straps is an independent, enthusiast-focused watch accessory brand specializing in rugged, premium straps and travel gear for modern tool watches. They position themselves as a high-quality alternative for collectors who notice fine details but want hardware built for rigorous daily use. It's Google AI, but I will take it. A quick backstory: over the last decade or so, Tony and I have launched numerous products together. For the most part, if one of us has an idea, the other one is in. Automotive accessories, apparel, wallets. We even launched a pinhole camera company. And yes, you did hear that correctly. I did say a pinhole camera company. Tony came to me with the idea, and only a few weeks later, we were heavily invested in our own wood shop. And I'm talking about CNC machine and all. And with that, Kingpin Cameras was born. In truth, the pinhole cameras are actually amazing, but the amount of work that went into them was absolutely crazy and made them very expensive. And I'm talking like, I would say out of budget for most people. So at the moment, that particular project is on hold. So I just wanted to point out that, him and I are very close and we are constantly working on projects together. So last year when I came to him and told him that I wanted to start a watch accessory line, something that, I would be a customer of, something that I would be proud to wear, even if I wasn't connected to the brand, there was zero hesitation. He simply said, let's do it. So after months of meetings, emails, samples, sample rejection, production, I'm super proud to say that Arklin straps are finally a reality. Though I will say that it is still in its infancy. We have launched our nylon series with custom FKM rubber straps in the works and leather on the way. The straps I have been showing you throughout the video are our nylon field straps. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but the term NATO is trademarked. With that said, I'm sure you get the picture. I have had several of my watches living on these straps for quite some time. In fact, back in February, I did a video on my Seiko SPB 513, and on that, I had this strap, well, a prototype of this strap. And I got numerous questions on where one could be picked up. By the way, if you did watch that video, you will notice that one of the keepers assigned, the actual production model, is not. And we instead decided to go with a tag. It is a custom tag. We felt that, anyone can laser engrave something on a product, but one look at this custom tag and it is very clear, no questions asked, that we had these things manufactured. Our plan for Arklin is to build it into a legit full line watch accessory company. Straps, travel cases, tools, and I'm talking about top-notch tools that those who work on watches would use. We did launch with some catalog pieces. For example, the buckles on our Field Pro. These buckles are what is called in the industry as a catalog piece. In other words, you will find them on straps of many other brands. It's not something that I wanted to do, but it was necessary in order for us to get to market. And at the end of the day, I guess you got to start somewhere. I really want to release a folding clasp or a deployment clasp that has a micro adjust, but the R&D cost on it are astronomical. It is still a plan, but as they say, I guess that is a day 2 item. Tony and I spent last Friday touring the factory of Hadley Roma, and if you don't know the name, they have been manufacturing watch straps since 1912 and are one of the only places left actually making fine leather and exotic straps still made right here in the United States. It's a little bit early, but it does look like they are going to be our manufacturing partners for our high-end exotics like crocodile, alligator, shark, and ostrich, all made right here in the USA. Our FKM rubber are in the works, and in my opinion, they are going to leave no questions open to what Arklin is about and what we have decided to build this brand into. The whole idea is that the strap should complement the watch, not compete with it. I told Tony that I wanted Arklin to give people that feeling you get reviving a watch that has lived in the watch box for far too long. We all have been there when a simple strap replacement completely changed the way you felt about a watch. And with that statement, our tagline was born: when new strap day feels more like new watch day. And yes, I did just say that. Oh, and back to the Creator Signature Series. It is something that I am incredibly proud of because we are going to be working with not only some of my favorite creators, I am hoping some of yours. I am not sure how we did it, but somehow out the gate we landed Andy of Andy's Watches. If you don't follow short content on any of the other platforms that I'm not going to mention on here, but I will just tell you, he is the face of one of them. I think he has close to 200,000 followers. And let me tell you something, his followers showed up. And I mean, they showed up big time, selling out his limited edition green in only a few days, leaving only his black left in stock. That success inspired me to reach out to another one of my favorite creators, and I mean a monster right here on this platform, and one that I would have never guessed I'd be working with. I cannot give you the details yet on who that creator is, but just know that I am extremely excited. I did have another creator that I reached out to, and unfortunately he said no, that he was unable to do so because of other obligations. I would say all in all, 2 out of 3 is probably not that bad, and this is only the beginning. We plan on making the Creator Series a massive part of what we do. I have several on the list that I plan on reaching out to, and I'm also going to be asking you. I want Arklin to be a community brand. I want people to be involved. So if you know of a creator that you would like to see us work with, please let me know in the comments and I will do my best. I will reach out to them and do my best to see if we can work together. By the way, please don't think that this channel is going to become a giant sales pitch for Arklin straps. That's not going to happen, but I will tell you that if I'm ever going to turn this into something real in the sense that I can do this full time, I do have to find a way to make money. So I thought that creating my own brand was probably the most honest way of doing that. If you want to check us out, head over to arklinstraps.com. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm James. This is Blue Collar Luxe. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, by the way. I will see you in the next one.